but she gave thanks all the same.
So I'm glad to have my honey.
A couple of doors down, Nevin Britton recalled being pinned in his pantry.
What was on top of you? The house.
They were trying to salvage what was salvageable this afternoon, clothes or food mostly. But across the street it was more ominous as rescuers combed the debris for 72-year-old Bessie Brewster, still missing late today.
The dog's been wandering around here, but they haven't found her.
There were actually more than 100 of these funnels during this harrowing night, pulverizing the landscape across 15 southern states. In Tennessee, a woman mourned her nephew.
This is just something you can build back. But that life you can't build back. It's gone.
But outside Huntsville, Alabama, there's a concern that will last a while. The Browns Ferry nuclear power plant may have to be shut down for weeks due to storm damage. While back in Birmingham, amid the ruins on Hibernian Street, the impact was slowly and painfully sinking in. Now, around here, the smell of natural gas has been evident all day. Broken gas lines and power lines are just two of the concerns that the people who live here have. And as you look around, you can see they have many, many more. Katie?
Dean Reynolds in Birmingham tonight. Thank you, Dean. We've had more tornadoes this April than in any other month on record. More than 600 reported so far throughout the U.S. The average for April is 160. The old record for any month was 542 in May of 2003. Elaine Quijano is in Cullman, Alabama tonight. And Elaine, I know you've spoken with some experts. Why was this particular storm system so devastating?
Well, you know, it's a good question, Katie, and what experts say is that there really is not a clear, single answer to that question. Here in Coleman, officials say they believe it was one large tornado that tore through this town with winds so strong they picked up this van that was parked about 50 yards away and then dropped it right on its roof here. This is the kind of evidence that officials are going to be looking at closely as they investigate the aftermath of these storms.
In the wake of a powerful tornado that ripped through Cullman, Alabama.
Looking at houses, structures, buildings, telephone poles, trees.
David Nadler of the National Weather Service is documenting the devastation to determine just how large and forceful a storm it was.
Seeing this type of damage, you're looking at wind speeds over 110, 120 miles per hour.
Nadler's team conducts what amounts to a forensic investigation, reconstructing the scene of the crime.
All this happened from like this point, if you go about 100 yards, probably happened in a matter of seconds. And that's seconds, yes.
But at the National Severe Storms Laboratory in Norman, Oklahoma, they saw the lawlessness waiting to happen.
About a week ago, the hints that there was something potentially big happening in the middle of this week sometime.
Meteorologist Harold Brooks says a storm system coming in from the cold Rocky Mountains was on a collision course with a low-pressure system bringing warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico. Perfect conditions for a perfect storm.
The winds were strong out of the south at low levels and strong out of the west at higher levels, and that meant the storms became organized in such a way that they were able to produce prolific tornadoes.
So what's triggering all these twisters? Some experts believe a lingering La Nina system in the Pacific has shifted the pattern of wind flows across the U.S. Others blame an unusually strong jet stream. Back in Alabama, David Nadler believes there are other reasons storms in the south are so deadly.
We can get tornadoes, a lot more tornadoes at night during the nighttime hours, and people's awareness to what's going on around them at night is certainly going to be lower than it is during the day. Not to mention visibility is a lot worse.
Now, fortunately, forecasters say the worst is over for now. There are no additional severe storms expected for at least another week. Katie?
Elaine Quijano. Elaine, thanks very much.
All right.
We'll be going back to the tornado disaster zone later in this broadcast. But right now, in other news, rising gas prices are putting the brakes on America's economic recovery.
I'm finna go outside,
The government
do what I
reported
do.
today that the economy
Probably do in the bathroom.
quarter of the year, growing at an
Should I do in the
annual rate of just
bathroom?
1.8%. In that same quarter, ExxonMobil saw profits
No. It's too cold out there. I'm gonna close this door because there's a fly in here and he wants to eat. He's down there. I need to be in here. Okay, can you see me? Nobody can't see me. You can't even see me. And here they come. Part 2. I'll be back.